This is the Breville Sous Chef Peel and Dice food processor. As a busy mom of two, I absolutely love this machine. I highly recommend this machine. It is a bit of a splurge. It is expensive, almost $1,000 Canadian, but I think it's a worthwhile investment for anyone with or without kids. It helps meal prep, it helps you save money, and it just makes you enjoy cooking. My husband and I originally disagreed on whether we needed this machine. We had another food processor, but it just didn't perform the same way that this machine does. And I'm happy to say that he has since come around. So we both love this machine, and it's really made our life a lot easier. I will say that this machine comes with a lot of components that take up valuable real estate in your kitchen. So this compartment has all the blades, and as well as this and the machine itself. And I purchased this dicing kit in addition. So this was something that my husband and I really had to negotiate, because we live in a rented apartment and 850 square feet, so every little bit matters. But I've made room for it, and I don't regret it one bit. I absolutely hate dicing or slicing onions, and this food processor makes it so easy for me. Let me just take off the lid here. I've already placed a spindle in there, and this is the slicing blade, and as you can see, you can make it super fine, or you can make it thicker. I personally prefer around 2 or 1.5, and I've prepped my onion. I'm just going to chop it in half. That's how I found the machine works best, and I've adjusted the blade to a level 2, and I can show you how fine we can make the onion slices. Power is already on. I'm just going to do a start. There we are. As you can see, it made these onions so fine. And then press the start button. There we go. I'll show you. I do a couple, and this is beautiful it looks when it's finished. So this is the fine level 1, and then I had done it earlier at level 2, and it's a little bit thicker there, if you can see the difference. I just wanted to show you here, this is how I store my sliced onions. This item is a silicone mold, a freezer tray. They're called super cubes, and what's great about them is you can place purees or chopped veggies like this, and they are individual portions. So once frozen, you can just pop them out. They come out really easily, and you get a block of your prepared item. And I like to pop them out and put them in Ziploc bags, and that way when I'm ready to cook, I know that one of these slabs is about a cup of onions, sliced onions here. How easy is that? Now we will be dicing some onions. This is the dicing spindle, and I will place the dicing blade that comes with this machine, and then you put, that's the grid there, and then this is the blade that goes on top, and then you close the machine. Like that. There we go. And let me show you, I'm only going to do half an onion here, but I can show you what it looks like. Like that. And what this machine comes with, there's two little bits there, is this little pusher. So you're supposed to line up the pusher with your onions and just kind of push them down, whatever didn't get pushed through these. I find this a little frustrating because I find it personally difficult to line these up, but my husband has no trouble, so it could just be me, but just something to be aware of. Lift this up, show you. These are the larger sizes. For my salsa, I'm going to use the finer dicing plate, the 8mm grid. Okay, so it does a beautiful job for the tiny onion dicing there. I see a little bit of wastage here on the blades. Like I said, you can use the pusher and push these through. I find it's easier for me to push if I take this off of the machine. I don't know what it is, but I find it much easier to line it up when I actually have it off and then on over a cutting board, and then I can push down and get all the rest of the pieces out. And if you're making a salsa or something like that, everything can just be in this one container. But if you're making different things for different recipes, you will have to wash this out and then put it back on. And it is a little bit of a process. I personally don't mind it, but some of you might, so it's just something to point out. I wish, I know I have a KitchenAid mixer, and you can buy extra bowls for the mixer. I wish we could buy an extra food bowl here so that I didn't have to do a rinse. I could just stick on a new one on there. But unfortunately, to my knowledge, Breville does not make one. That's how fine the garlic comes out. For carrots, I use the bigger food processing bowl and the bigger blades. I find the grid disc doesn't do as good a job as the regular S blade. Here we are, we've got some eggplant. I'm just going to slice up the eggplant now. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Just a little bit over the 3 setting on the blade. It's not bad, that's perfect. I also love using the food processor for making baby food. Here I am just doing a simple mashed banana. Everything gets put together really well. A really great banana mash. You can add breast milk to this, or some rice cereal. This is what we prepped today. Everything for a salsa, julienne, yellow peppers for my fajitas. We've got some carrots for a rice pulao that I'll be doing. I've got some leeks for a soup. I can even toss some carrots in this soup. Maybe the carrots are a little too fine for the soup, we'll see. And I've got some eggplant. Maybe we'll do an eggplant parm, I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got pretty much meals for the entire week, and we've got some garlic that I've prepared. So this is what I do on Sunday or the beginning of the week. And once this is done, my week just goes by so much better. So a big reason I love meal prep is that it saves you the mental exhaustion that a lot of people face when you have to put dinner on the table and you only have 15-20 minutes to make a meal. Yes, some recipes you can make that food in 20 minutes, but what a lot of people don't take into account is that the cooking time on the recipe is just the actual cook time, not the time that it takes to prep all your veggies. So often something that's 20 minutes might end up taking 40 minutes just because you are you know, chopping all the onions up and all the other veggies, and then dealing with all the dishes from all that meal prep afterwards. So the way to do it on a weeknight, for me anyway, is I like to prep all my veggies ahead of time. I will either freeze them, or if I'm going to use it, you know, within the next day or two, I will just put them in a Ziploc bag. Very easy. So when it comes to making dinner, I just grab 5 of these and then just start tossing them in to my pot, and dinner is a cinch. In terms of cleaning the grid plate, the Breville comes with a brush, so you just clean it like so, but I prefer using my fondue fork and just poking the little pieces through like that, and I just do it over the sink. Excuse my baby in the background there, and then I just give it a rinse, and that's how I clean the grid. But watch your fingers, they are very sharp, so you want to handle it from the edges like so.